specialty slices from a local pizzeria. It's not that local though, to be honest. It was about a half hour away. And the reason why I traveled was because I got all of the pizza that you saw in the thumbnail, plus more that's not in the thumbnail, all for $3.99 plus tax. So like $4.20 something. I am not kidding. For real. And by the way, this is not sponsored by anyone, but before I tell you all about it, let me have a bite before it all gets cold, okay? So I'm gonna start by having a bite of this. I think it is grandma pizza with vodka sauce. Okay. So the plate is hot. I just realized I forgot a napkin. This is delicious, by the way. Water. Alright, so all the food I got it on the Too Good To Go app. Like I said, not sponsored. And I've told you about this before, like when I did this big donut haul a couple years ago. Also off of that app. But anyway, so for $3.99, I had seen people talking about this on Facebook, and so I was like, let me add it. And they said it is like impossible to get. They give out like maybe 2 boxes a night or something. And there's like thousands of people trying to get these boxes because they give out so much food. Alright, let me take a bite of this barbecue chicken pizza. That's really good. Yum. So, I happen to be very skilled at getting Too Good To Go boxes that are hard to get. That's one of my many talents. And I don't go for these things that often because, truthfully, I really don't need what they're offering. You know, it's usually just some unhealthy food that I really shouldn't have. But this was like too good to pass up, so I tried for like maybe 3 nights and then I got it. Okay, let me try this grilled chicken Caesar salad pizza. parts of it and share it. Bruschetta pizza. There was like a regular Sicilian slice. Oh, there was a buffalo chicken slice. Bacon chicken ranch slice. What else? I'm trying to picture it in my head right now. Is that it? Did I mention everything? Could I have? I think that's it. I don't know. I lost count. Anyway. Let me have another bite of this one. So I apologize to anyone who saw the thumbnail and thought they were going to see like Nikocado avocado sitting here eating like a whole box of pizza. Sorry, not going to happen. If you know me, you know I never eat like insane amounts of food. I'll just eat usually a normal amount. So anyway, I want to talk to you guys today about Dave Portnoy and Barstool Sports. Now, I talked about him in a previous video. I think it was a magazine flip through when he came up in an article. Okay, now if you don't know him, he does this, I don't know what you want to call it, review thing. Video reviews of pizza places, and he calls it like One Bite. And he goes around to different pizza places. He buys a pie. He goes outside the place. And this guy takes video of him. He takes one bite, but it's usually more than one bite. And then he rates the pizza. Okay. And he has become extremely popular. A lot of people hate on him, but then they hate view, you know? And there's a lot more to be said about him other than this pizza review thing, okay? But I am not really that into the whole scene there, so I really can't tell you. But he's a very rich man, that's all I could say. I believe he owns Barstool Sports, or he did own it and he sold it. I'm not sure, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm just talking about the pizza review aspect. So, I first found him just a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. Before that, I'd never heard of him. And the way I found him was, I think on one of the Instagrams that I follow, which is like a Long Island Wise Guy or something, they posted a video review he did of a pizza place on Long Island. And they posted it probably because they were mad. So he had been to quite a few Long Island spots. Now, he is from Massachusetts originally. And he's made it clear that he likes thin crust pizza. Like crispy thin crust pizza. Which to me is a specific type of pizza that is like coal-fired pizza or coal oven pizza or whatever, okay? That's not what you're gonna get if you just go in and say, give me a regular pie from a pizza place. Okay, but that's what he likes and that is what he bases everything on. Like, if you have perfect, like, crispy, thin, stays up straight, that's gonna get you like almost a 10. Let me take another bite of this. This one is the most, like, precarious. shorts, that's why I can do that. But it's still disgusting to do. Anyway. So, anyway, it goes into this particular place on Long Island. I've never been to it. But I know, like, where it is. There's literally a pizza place on every other block where I live. Like, for real. I'm not talking about Domino's or Papa John's. We don't have much of that. Because there are so many Italian people, you know. So shirt is six sizes too small, fatso. This is me paraphrasing. So then they just get into a screaming match, you know, back and forth, cursing, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And Dave is saying, like, what do you mean? He's like, I am so good for small businesses. I've, you know, helped small businesses to make so much money and, you know, whatever. Okay. It was like this whole big thing of screaming, screaming, screaming. And then he posts this video and he calls it like the worst pizza place ever. Now this guy becomes inundated. He claims he's getting like death threats from Dave Portnoy's fans. He puts up a sign all written on a paper plate that says, "We're not talking about this," because I guess people were coming in to talk about what happened. But regardless, his business blows up right after that. Like, everyone wanted to come and try the pizza to see for themselves if it was good or bad, and they wanted to post their own video review of it. It's like hysterical. And then Dave Portnoy went on the Tucker Carlson show, and he talked about the Dragon Pizza on there, you know, saying how crazy this guy was. So whatever, that's my story. I just thought it was so funny. Like, oh my god. But like, you know, if you love him, that's great. You know, I don't really have any feelings about him in general. I don't know him well enough, but what makes him an authority on pizza? Like, why are we supposed to listen to his opinion on pizza? He's just looking for crispy, thin crust pizza. That's what he likes, and that's what he's looking for. But why should we actually listen to anyone's review on pizza? I mean, basically, if I want to know if something is good, I'm either going to go with the majority. Like, if tons of people said something is really good, then I'm going to believe that it must be. Or if somebody whose taste I really respect, if they say something is good, I'm going to want to check it out. But I don't need to hear from one guy from Massachusetts who says he knows everything about how pizza should taste. I don't need to hear his opinion. That's not going to, you know, make a difference to me. Clearly, because he doesn't like any Long Island pizza, and that's my favorite kind of pizza. But the truth is, once I watched those two things, the Dragon Pizza and the Long Island one that he insulted, once I watched those, of course, I got inundated with compilations of his that other channels had made. So I had to watch one, of course. You cannot believe, if you have never seen what I'm talking about, you need to check out one of these compilations. Like, forget about sitting and just trying to watch all his video reviews. Like, I'm sure that would get kind of boring, right? After a while, same old, same old. But the compilations pulled out all the craziest parts from the various videos, and there were some serious doozies out there. There was one where he goes to this pizza store and he comes out with the box, and then right behind him walks out this man who is clearly homeless. Now, I know this isn't funny, really. I mean, it's very most, classic kind of pizza flavor. But these other ones are definitely good. Definitely. I have no complaints. Anyway, that's enough for me. So thank you very much for joining me today. By the way, what do you think of my sunset lamp? I just got this. Tell me if you like the fact that the colors keep changing, or if that is annoying to you. Let me know. I always have a lot of trouble with background lighting. Like, from the beginning of me trying to use background lighting, I have had trouble. Because, like, where do you put the light so that it doesn't shine on me? It needs to be behind me. Where is it supposed to go? So it's behind me, right? Like, if you sit it right on the floor, generally it just points up at the ceiling and then you won't see it. So, it's been a struggle. And usually I've put the thing over this way on this little couch over here and pointed it this way, which makes it so that most of the light is kind of over here. And then it kind of runs out of light by that part, right? So this one, this sunset lamp, it stands up on a little base. It has a neck, and then the lamp, and you can move it like this and this. So the lamp is right behind my chair on the floor, pointing a little bit up. And that's the thing, so it's centered. I wished it would make a bigger circle, but it needs to be further out for that, if you know what I mean. Anyway, just let me know what you think. So, I am going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found it to be relaxing. I look forward to seeing